Hi, my name is Charlene, and I want to share my experience as a spine surgery patient. Last Tuesday, April 21st, I had a 9-level fusion performed. They took out the old hardware from C5 to T2 and put in all new hardware from C2 to T4. And I just want to share my experience for anybody else who might be going through this, just to let you know what to expect, or at least what I experienced. They kept me in the hospital on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then let me go on Thursday. I came home with really good pain meds and muscle relaxers and very clear instructions about when to take it. My husband has set me up on a schedule where I'm on the pain meds as soon as it's time to take it. With it only being day 5 after surgery, I think it's super important to stay on top of the pain and not get underneath it. Today is the first day that I've been able to sit up and it's not excruciating. The first couple of days after this type of surgery, it is pretty painful just to sit upright. As usual this time, and also the last time, I had people coming into the hospital room within a day and getting me up to do PT and OT and making me move around the hospital. It's important, according to what they've told me, to get that blood flowing as soon as possible after surgery. But trust me, you do not feel like you can do it when they're in there making you do it. I've been doing everything that they ask of me. The last time I had this surgery was only 3 years ago, and that was my 3rd fusion. In between my 2nd and 3rd fusion, I got 19 years out of that surgery. Although a screw did snap and break and retract a little bit, they left that in place to heal. And 19 years went by before I had to have another fusion surgery, which was 3 years ago. The hardware started pulling out almost immediately, and we had extenuating circumstances in my family where I started taking care of other people and forgot to stop and take care of myself, and that was not good. I'm not doing that this time. This time I am following to the T every instruction that my doctor gave me. I'm not doing anything that I am not supposed to do. I'm holding very still. I'm being very careful about my movements, and I really feel like things are going well. Today I've been able to sit up for several hours. As far as movement goes, I'm still trying to walk 3 times a day. I push my wheelchair around the hallways in the building that we live in. And my husband also pushes me outside in the wheelchair just so I can get some fresh air. Anybody going through this surgery, I highly recommend a wheelchair after, so that the people who are taking care of you can at least get you outside to get some fresh air. Other than that, I really feel like this surgery has gone extremely well. I feel more stability in my neck than I did before the surgery. I could feel things from the loose hardware moving around inside my neck. It felt like a little wiggly worm in there, even when I was holding perfectly still. Before this surgery, I also had a pain in my diaphragm every single time I took a breath. And then just, pain in general, lightning pain in my shoulders and in my arms. And it just felt like it was coming apart, the hardware, and actually that's what was happening. The hardware was all coming apart. So anyway, they've gotten that fixed with this last surgery, and I'm feeling much better, much more stable in my neck area. Now, of course, there's a lot of pain that goes along with a surgery like this. I think it's important to take your pain meds on a schedule after surgery and to only take what they tell you. But I think that's important to not be underneath the pain and to stay on top of it as much as possible. So even though sometimes the first few days I don't feel the need for that pain pill right when it's due, I still take it just to stay ahead of the pain instead of getting underneath the pain. Following every doctor's order this time, I can't stress and emphasize enough. This is not playtime. This is not the time to see how much you can do after a surgery like this. This is a time to let other people take care of you. Sit back, relax, and take it as easy as you possibly can. Can't emphasize enough. It's not always about doing in life. Sometimes it's just about resting and healing. So that's what I'm going through right now, and I just want to make this short little video in hopes that it will help somebody. If you're getting ready to have this surgery and you're freaking out about it, I just want people to see a good example of good results, and that's what I feel like I'm getting right now. So putting this video out there for whoever might get some use from it. So C2-T4 fusion this time. Previous surgery 3 years ago was C5-T2. I'm also fused in the front from C4 to C7. The very first surgery was all the way back in 2001. I had C5 to C7, and my body rejected the donor bone. So a few years later, I had to have C4 to C7 done. And then 3 years ago, C5 to T2, and now this time C2 to T4. I've also had a far left microdiscectomy at L3 to L6. I was born with scoliosis. I have a moderate thoracic curve. A lot of pain in my thoracic area since the last surgery. Sometimes that thoracic just feels like it's on fire, but I also have collapsed and bulging discs in my lumbar and thoracic. But I just want to make this video to say, please don't give up hope. Take it one day at a time. Please do everything that your doctor tells you to do, and don't do anything that your doctor tells you not to do. That's very important. I really feel like in between the last surgery and this one, because I was taking care of family members, that I wasn't doing everything, or not doing. I was not doing things that the doctor, how do I want to put this? I was doing things that the doctor asked me not to. That's what I want to say. Sorry, the pain meds make me a little loopy sometimes, but I just think it's super important to listen very carefully to what your doctor says your restrictions are. I kind of feel like that's how I ended up in this position with this last spine surgery last Tuesday. So yeah, I'm doing well overall, and just taking it one day at a time. I'm able to sit up for a couple hours now. I have a constant feeling in the back of my neck like somebody's tapping on it with a hammer, but it was way worse right after surgery, and it gets a little bit better every day. You definitely feel like you were chopped up back there after one of these surgeries. So just be prepared for a deep surgical pain. But I really feel like today is the first day that I'm gonna call a good day after this last surgery. So day 5, things start to feel better. If you have to have this surgery, I hope that yours goes well, and I hope this video helped you. That's all I have for now. For all my pain warriors out there, I love you and I feel you. Thank you for watching.